Oh my God, my gorgeous Libra, you really are going to be contemplating so much at the beginning of this week whether you are going to start this adventure which is going to be on your mind. Oh my God, you really are gonna be thinking about so intensely. And when it comes to this particular adventure, you're gonna be thinking about whether you're gonna start this or not, my gorgeous Libra. The answer is like a big fat yes. Okay, you should start this adventure like literally immediately, and you need to trust me when I say this to you. This time of your life is more important than you can possibly imagine. Do you know, it's like this time flies basically. The time goes so fast, and the more we do with our time, the more we are going to achieve on this earth, on this journey. So my advice would be to start this adventure which is going to be on your mind literally immediately. There are two things which are going to come out of it straight away. Straight away, as soon as you start this adventure, you know, this is all gonna start to feel so rewarding. From the moment in time you start this adventure, things are going to start to feel so rewarding. You are gonna feel something so powerful within, and you will know, my gorgeous Libra, that you have done something, you know, really, really important here. And the second thing which is going to come out of it immediately, you know, on one hand, you are gonna have so much more energy, both physical, you know, and mental, and even spiritually. You know, even spiritual. This is going to be extremely important for your balance, you know, overall. And emotionally, you know, emotionally, this is something you really need to do. But at the same time, because this is emotionally, this is something you really need to do, because on one hand, you know, it's bringing such a wonderful balance into your life, my gorgeous Libra. And, you know, through this process, your eyes are going to open, and it's going to become evident, you know, which things are missing, you know, missing in your life. Okay, and you would never come to terms with this unless you started this particular journey. All I can say to you, my gorgeous Libra, that, you know, like the next few months are gonna be so interesting. You know, you really are gonna be enjoying yourself. You will be doing what you are meant to do, you know, and this is why I really need you to take this very seriously. But there is a little warning when it comes to you starting this adventure, my gorgeous Libra. And the warning that I'm seeing here is like, you know, I know it's gonna sound really weird, okay, I understand, but you need to do this on your own. There is no other way of saying this. You need to start this adventure, you need to do this completely on your own. It must not have anybody else's energy in. Okay, whether these are like a really brilliant people or whether they are not brilliant people, you know, but you need to start this on your own, by yourself. And that's the way, that's the only way for you to kind of, you know, have a really amazing outcome. And so you really need to kind of pay attention to that. And you need to pay attention to not to collaborate, you know, not to collaborate, not to kind of involve anybody else in this. This just needs to be, you know, by you, you know, and this all needs to be done by you, my gorgeous Libra, through you. and nobody else. And that would be really wise for you to do. That would be really smart for you to do. Not only this type of journey you should be kind of, doing on your own. With other words, you should be making your own decisions, and things like that. But at the same time, this is going to be extremely important because you are gonna save so much. You're gonna save lots of money by doing this by yourself. Financially, this is gonna be ever so important for you, okay? And so when it comes to your finances, when it comes to you saving money, and I know it's going to be like really tempting, to involve other people into this like every now and then. But then at the same time, this is gonna be like a bit of a hard work, and especially at the beginning, to start with, it's not gonna be easy when it comes to this adventure. But my God, this is gonna be so worth it. And the more harder this is at the beginning, I'm not being funny, but you know what I'm gonna say, the more worth it it's going to be later on, my gorgeous Libra. So this is why this is going to be so important. And there is also this amazing person, my gorgeous Libra, at around the beginning of this week, somebody really beautiful, somebody really gorgeous, both in and out. This person is really going to inspire you in such a way, somebody who is in your life, and this person is very spiritual. I love this person to bits, and this person is really going to inspire you on a spiritual level. Through this person, you're going to start slowly but surely reconnecting with yourself. That person is going to mention something to you, my gorgeous Libra, something you haven't done in a very long time in terms of spirituality. And it's not like you weren't aware of it, but now you really are going to feel something in your soul that this is your call, So this beautiful person really has got such a powerful role when it comes to your life. Anybody who can remind us of our own spirituality and how important this is, anybody who reminds us of this should be having a really prominent, part in our lives, because you really are going to start reconnecting with yourself through this wonderful person, and you are going to realize that, certain things are always going to be part of your life when it comes to your spirituality, whether you like it or not. You may not like kind of do certain things or practice certain things for a while, but if you're meant to do something, and if something is meant to improve your journey, of course that this is going to kind of keep on bouncing into your life until you acknowledge this, this aspect of yourself. So you really need to kind of consider this very seriously. There is something that you are gonna decide that you really need to continue with, and this in itself, when it comes to spirituality, and this in itself, it's gonna bring this really beautiful and magical energy into your life. After this moment in time, your life is gonna become so colorful, because you will see a few days after that there are certain things that you will want to explore. And this is the key here when it comes to you wanting to explore certain things in terms of spirituality. You really need to pay attention to what exactly you're gonna be and feel drawn towards, my gorgeous Libra, because this is really going to put you in touch with some really interesting people. And by the time you get to the mid part of this week, it's like basically you are going to have this news, this really kind of unusual news, which you did not expect whatsoever. And based on this news, my gorgeous Libra, do you know what? It's all about you starting to see this situation that has broken your heart, something that broke your heart. You're going to instantly be reminded of as soon as you have this unusual news, because based on this unusual news, you will be reminded of something that broke your heart, but at that moment in time, based on this news, you will be able to see this situation from a completely different angle, from a completely different perspective, and that in itself, it's so important, you know, to see this from a completely different perspective, my gorgeous Libra, because you will see that from a completely different perspective. Now suddenly you're gonna realize that you have a really interesting opportunity to try something for the first time ever, something really personal, really personal, but ever so important. And because you're seeing things from a different angle, because you see you're going to free yourself from this energy that was holding you back, that was holding you down, that was clouding things for you, that was messing things for you when it comes to you making a really big steps in your life, when it comes to you like kind of taking certain risks and things like that. All these things are an important part of our lives that have been put on hold a little bit without you even realizing. So you're about to release this negative energy at the same time, okay, my gorgeous Libra, and that's why you're gonna start, you're gonna instantly realize that there is an opportunity. You're gonna be reminded of this opportunity for you to try something you always wanted to try, but this is extremely personal. And you're also, you know, with this, there is a very negative stage. Just by you seeing things from a different perspective, there is a very negative stage in your life actually coming to an end. This is marking a very interesting era for you, my gorgeous Libra. Something very dark has come to an end that has been affecting your practicality in general, you know, and it has been preventing you to make what I said before, like a major choices in life, you know, based on things that inspire you. You are going to heal, and that's the bottom line here. You are going to heal, my gorgeous Libra, as soon as you have this unusual news. Oh my God, this is also going to literally liberate you at the same time, you know. So in general, you are gonna realize like having even more energy after this moment in time. Now suddenly, boom, you're gonna be focusing on, you know, lots of things that needs to be done, like in your immediate environment that you're aware of like for ages, but now you're gonna have this vava-voomish energy, you know, and things are gonna feel so good. And by the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Libra, do you know, it's like a basically you are going to really feel like you want to discuss this with this particular person. Oh my God, someone that has been getting on your nerves for a while, and someone that has been doing like a really strange and silly things, you know, in your life, and you really are something specific when it comes to this particular person. It's going to be on your mind at around the end of this week. You really will feel like you want to clear the air. That's how you're gonna feel. I need to clear the air. This is really starting to get on my nerves, type of thing. And you are going to meet up with this particular person, and you know, it's like and you're going to start pulling each other hair. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. You're going to meet up with this person, then you're going to start slapping each other. No, just joking, okay? You're going to meet up with this person, my gorgeous Libra, and then you're going to realize that, you know, this person is going to do something, and this person, it's like going to prove your point to you. You know, this person is going to prove your own point to you by themselves. And you're going to realize that this person is not like a really nice person, you know. This is somebody very naughty, this is somebody very selfish, you know, but you just weren't able to prove this before, and based on this meeting, something is going to happen and you will be able to prove this. It's not going to be a bad thing, it's not going to be a horrible thing, but at least you will know where you are with this particular person. Do you know, I can see you being more content rather than anything else, you know. And also, when it comes to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Libra, you really are gonna be waiting for some kind of a news, You're gonna be waiting for something really specific, okay, so you can carry on. You're gonna be waiting for this specific news at around the end of this week. And this news that you've been waiting for 85 years, this news that you've been waiting for a while, it's not arriving. You know, there is something specific that you will be waiting again, and this news, it's not arriving. And you're going to feel like a little bit frustrated, to be quite honest with you. But then again, immediately, that frustration is going to turn into something else, something completely different. A really powerful energy you are most certainly going to benefit from. Your eyes are going to open, and you're going to realize that there is something really specific you will do. There is something really specific. You will make this bold move by exploring something. By exploring something, and you weren't meant to explore this until you have this news, until you have this information, but you're gonna be like, you know what, I just can't be bothered to wait anymore. And that's exactly the right thing to do, my gorgeous Libra. So you are gonna make this bold move. You're gonna decide to explore something. And anyway, and that's, oh my god, that's perfect, because you are going to have such a pleasant surprise the moment in time you start exploring this. You are going to have such a pleasant surprise, my gorgeous Libra, and you're going to be thinking, why didn't I do this sooner? Why didn't I do this earlier? And based on this, you know, like what you're going to be exploring here, and based on this step that you are going to make, you know, you will realize, my gorgeous Libra, that, you know, something is going to become absolutely obvious here. Which path do you need to take right now, like literally immediately? You're also at the same time, by exploring this, there are certain things that are going to come to the surface, and you are going to become like pretty much so aware of your own power. You will become aware of your own power. What a sacred moment in time this is going to be. Oh my god. And it's going to feel that way, trust me. So the moment in time you become aware of your own power, based on what you're going to be exploring here, based on this pleasant surprise you're going to have, you will know which plan do you immediately need to carry on with. So now, my gorgeous Libra, I'm just going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to see what's going to be a tarot card of the week. Let's just see what's going to be a tarot card of the week, my gorgeous Libra, okay? Oh my god, you are going to have such a good news as well when it comes to this week, okay? Nothing to do with what I said so far, but this good news is also something that you have been worrying about so much, okay? You have been worrying about so much, my gorgeous Libra, and this problem, this issue has been affecting you greatly. It has been affecting your happiness, you know? In fact, like lately, you've been worrying about this so much that you weren't able to relax, and it's really a lot to do with you worrying whether you're on the right path, whether you're doing the right thing. You stumbled upon certain problems, and you started questioning yourself, you know, maybe I need to do something else, maybe I need to do something different. No baby, no. Here is your answer. This good news, it's really going to confirm to you that you are on the right path. This is going to make you feel so good, my gorgeous Libra. But at the same time, you're also going to feel so smart. You're going to feel so clever, you know. And there are certain things that you are going to have on your mind that you achieved, that you really need to kind of talk about these things to those people that are actually the closest to you, you know, because there are some amazing things that you're going to realize that you've actually achieved when it comes to this week. And it's almost like as if you became aware of this secret formula, how to do certain things, how to manifest certain things, how to achieve things without worrying, you know. That's the best way to go in this life, because the more we worry, the more we slow ourselves down. You know, so this is why this is going to be such an important moment, something you're going to realize about yourself that you most certainly need to share with your loved ones. Hello my gorgeous people, I wanted to show you these Guardian Amulets I designed. They are Zodiac inspired keyrings, each one created with sacred intention and protective energy. They are absolutely perfect if you want something personal and meaningful to carry with you, whether it's your sign or one you feel drawn to. I focused on the artwork, the symbolism and the message behind behind each one to make them feel really special. They are simple, they are beautiful, and made to bring a little divine protection into your everyday life. The link is in the description below if you want to check them out. Hello my gorgeous people, just to let you know, I've just started monthly subscriptions, monthly paid subscriptions, and the more people subscribe to this channel, you know, through monthly paid subscriptions, more content I'm going to be able to make. And this is why this is going to be so important. If you would like to subscribe to this channel through this monthly paid subscription in order to help me to keep this channel going, you will see the link is going to be in the description below. And thank you so much, because I will be ever so grateful.